This is Scott and Tom. We're here for Rebellious Noise, also part of the Talking Beans podcast. And today we're going to be talking about WWE's first year. Today we're going to be talking about WWE's UK division and its first year.
We will crown, for the first time ever, the WWE United Kingdom Champion.
So this time last year, WWE announced that they were going to be launching their very own UK division. And it was exciting times, Tom.
It was, but there's no division, is there?
Yeah, that's what we had to talk about. So, well, they didn't really say it was going to be a division. They just hinted a lot of things, and there was a lot of guesswork. That's what we wanted. That's what we might still get. What do you reckon?
I don't really want a division. I just want them all to get along, like one big family, you know, one big roster.
But don't you think? Okay, so look, last year we might end up getting more shows. What have we had? We had the tournament, which is what they announced, and we had that weird weekender in Norwich.
Are we talking about wrestling or real life?
Yeah, wrestling. They had that weird weekender in Norwich. Remember? That's it. They haven't really done any other shows since.
I'm still not sure what you're talking about the weekend. Do you mean the tournament?
No, they had another weekend. There were 2 shows.
Was there?
Just UK guys. You don't remember that?
I remember it, mate.
This has been the problem with the UK.
The weekender in Norwich. It wasn't like a house show.
UK Championship. It was about a UK title.
Don't remember.
Literally, mate, we watched it. Not together.
That's the tournament, yeah?
It wasn't the tournament. Oh, I get so annoyed.
Dude, show me.
It was in May. Yeah, not a tournament. It was a number 1 contender.
Was there a tag match? Honestly, I'm not doing this for a bit. I have no memory of this tournament. Of night. Was I in a coma? I'm quite knowledgeable about wrestling. Yeah, I said it. I have no memory of this weekend in Norwich. I've never been Norwich.
It's the only thing they've done.
Nah, they've been on NXT and stuff. I remember that. I watched that. UK Live. I went there live. Was it?
Right, so after a refresher in the WWE Network, which you can get for $9.99.
$9.99. I feel like I'm just at the blue pill and I've been woken up to the Matrix.
So now Tom remembers it all. It was the weekend where they did that special show, and Mark Andrews tried to get the WWE UK title off of Tyler Bate, and I don't know why I'm telling people at home. They remember, and
it's just you though.
And I wasn't there.
Spoiler alert: Mark Andrews lost.
And Pete Dunne became the number 1 contender after beating Trent Seven.
And then he went on to take over Chicago.
Yeah, exactly. And he set up taking over Chicago. And then he don't won a match. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, all they've done is that, and the fact that you forgot it probably is a key indicator as to that they haven't done enough with this.
What I've done is proved your point.
Yeah, alright, you win in the end. So you're somehow an asset. This time last year, as you might know, we went to the press conference, and the announcement, it was so exciting. You know, Regal was there, Balor was there, Bray Wyatt was there. I won the UK title. It was great.
Also, when you say we went there.
Well, I went as a representative for Talking Beans and Rebellious Noise. But I was on the WWE Network.
You was on the
I was on the WWE Network.
That's probably my proudest moment of the year. I remember that more than I remember that weekend in Norwich.
It was just a weekend of shows. But yeah, the tournament was great. We did a podcast about it last year. We did a special episode, so please go back and listen to that if you haven't already.
Probably around here you'll put the pod in, right?
I'm like, well, that's the same thing, really. I really enjoyed that tournament, and from then I thought, well, this is it. You know, maybe next month we'll have something else. But we're waiting until May until we had the Norwich show, and then we've had a few peppers of it on
Salt Bay.
I did it more like a ballin'. Yeah, on NXT and stuff like that. The Chicago Takeover match was amazing.
It was amazing.
It was amazing.
5-star, mate.
So what more can they do? And it's so weird. Like last year we didn't know if they'd be working the Indies. They have. And
They have.
And Triple H showed up in ICW. What's going on? So like
crazy times we're living in.
Like some crazy stuff has happened in the year.
Now they're on.
A lot of progress, but
now they're on 205 Live.
Are they on it permanently then? Because I heard they were rumoured to put the WWE UK.
I don't watch 205 Live, but yes, they're on it permanently.
So that'd be interesting. Maybe you should start watching it.
I want it because Hideo Itami's on it now as well.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So what do you think's happening next then for this? Do you think we are ever going to get our own like Fed?
No, I don't want it.
The carrot was dangling.
I'm like a python.
Not the cobra.
No, I don't want a separate thing. There's too many separate things.
I don't know. I
Keep it all
thought that's
together.
the way they were going.
I don't mind a UK tournament, keep it separate, but then when they come over, come join us. Yeah.
But then, if that's the case, then they can't.
That's
do
how
it.
segregation
They
starts,
can't.
mate.
They can't do the indie stuff then. So you think they gotta just sign up to WWE and be
Just
full-time
stop
on the
being
rest?
so cheap,
'Cause
Vinnie
I
Mac.
think, yeah, but I think they get lost. They'll get lost in the shuffle. All those guys. I mean, Pete Dunne might do it right. Obviously, he's been a clear stand-up star in the past year. He's been absolutely amazing. Mark Andrews, really good as well. Tyler Bate, obviously, he won the
prefer
first
his mum.
title first. Who?
Julie Andrews.
Oh, happy for your mum.
Gonna keep that bit. Also, they're on NXT, or they were. I don't know whether. I'm so confused.
Yeah, exactly. It's so confusing. WWE, what's going on? What's going on with the UK division? Is it a division? I mean, the title. What's going to happen with the title then? Should that go on the main roster now? A year ago, we were talking about this, and they themselves were just like, oh, I don't know. We'll see.
The last thing that would have happened when this video's gone out is probably what's his face?
Pete Dunne came out in Raw. That we talking about?
That was there, but now he defended it on the.
Oh yeah, who won that? I didn't watch it.
I haven't seen it yet, but I read the spoiler. That's what I read on the podcast. He beat Johnny Gargano.
Okay.
Which what happens? It's like the European title or the United States title.
Yeah.
What happens when a US fella wins that beautiful?
Would it? Yeah. Would it integrate into? Because it is a beautiful title.
It's a beautiful title.
Would it go into just the main show? Would it become a Raw or SmackDown thing? It's just such a... Like, obviously, there was the massive rumours at the time that it's because World of Sport was kickstarting their show, I think it was New Year's Eve or New Year's Day last year, pretty decent show as well. And then they signed a deal with Global Force Impact TNA Non-Stop Action Wrestling. And then, that's not really worked out. And it seems like...
Surprising.
It seems like WWE decided, oh, we'll do something. We're working on something anyway. Regal said last year it weren't because of that. It weren't a reaction to that. But I think maybe they jumped forward with it because the time of the announcement was quite interesting. Nothing's come of that. Do you think WWE have been like, oh, that's calmed down. We can kind of calm down on our version of the UK thing as well.
Or you just think Vince is like, since no one's bothering, he's like, forget about those Brits. Is that what you're thinking?
I got SummerSlam.
I've got the Americans. Just have them all together, or have them just part of NXT. I'm happy with that. Have that as a secondary title,
On NXT. That would be good.
and
If
then
it's basically an NXT, because
'Cause
even
then
the
you-
NXT title has been used on the main roster before, and then the main show is the one in Japan that was a headline thing with Balor. So
yeah, and then you've got the US Championship on SmackDown, the UK title,
Baron Corbin still got that.
and then you've got the UK one on NXT.
Yeah, I like that. I think that's probably how they should do it. But I think they need to make it clear because it's still really up in the air about whether or not there's going to be a division, whether or not it's going to have its own show. Even when they did this one in May, it just seemed like they were going to do that. But even then, there were rumours that they were only doing it because that's when Paige's family were running their big show that weekend. But read into that what you will.
Vince, he just doesn't like other people. Anything. Take it the glory.
But that's the change, though. You know, to be fair, this new era, not just of the WWE UK title, but the NXT, the whole Triple H kind of era, has really brought something new that we haven't seen before. Where Triple H is showing up in ICW. Finn Balor did a indie thing. They lent Mick Foley. No, they were lending Mick Foley, but then they lent him Finn Balor instead. I think it was. They're using IPW. ICW, all that kind of footage, Progress Wrestling, they're using that footage on the network. There's talks about those shows, at least some of them being specials on the network. So that's not Vince McMahon's usual game plan.
Maybe he's getting more generous in his old age. But all I'm thinking is, imagine if you ordered like an Escort and you thought,
What is this guy?
And you thought someone like Mick Foley was coming,
Yeah.
but then someone who looks like Finn Balor turned up. That's an upgrade.
What's that got to do
Well
with
done.
it?
But I'm pointing out Vince's generosity.
Yeah, but okay.
All I'm saying is, I'd have been happy with Foley. Probably gives good cuddles.
I think I found the electricals. Oh, we might die. What's the Cuddles got to do with it? He wasn't there for Cuddles, he was there for in-ring promo. I think it was going to be a ref or
You're always
something.
there for cuddles, mate. He gives you cuddles, but Finn turns up with his 18-pack abs. Everyone's a winner.
But it was about star power. But it worked out. It worked out either way. So what would you like to see next in there?
Apart from
The
Finn
UK
Balor's
title.
abs. I want them joining NXT. And ultimately,
And then I think the UK title. I think that's a good idea. UK
I'm on
title should be on NXT.
I'm on a roll. Next year's Survivor Series.
Right.
Yeah. Raw v SmackDown. NXT Invasion. Get free. You could don't pull
No,
that.
I don't think.
No, you wouldn't, would you?
I don't think.
Because you've still got memories from the 2001 Invasion, mate.
Yeah.
Do it right.
No, but the thing is, if NXT invade, there's an invasion angle. Where does it go from there? NXT has to kind of stop. They can't just go back to NXT and be like, it don't matter anymore. And it'll be expected.
They'll forget all about it.
That's true. They'll forget it even happened.
They'll be fine.
All right. Well, yeah, I think that's a great idea. Not the Survivor Series thing, but the UK title being on NXT. Who do you want to see more from? I want to see that wavy guy, man. He was cool.
Again, I don't remember. Oh, who's the wavy? I remember the fella who was the Traveller. We can say that,
Oh yeah,
right?
the Traveller. I
Yeah.
forgot about him. Yeah, I mean, obviously the big ones have been.
Who was the wavy guy?
Oh, I can't remember his name.
Trent, you were good.
He liked the post on Twitter. So, Trent 7, Wolfgang,
Mhm.
Tyler Bate,
Mhm. Mark Andrews was good.
Mark Andrews is really good, and Pete Dunne. They're clearly the 5. Yeah. Wolfgang kind of drops off the radar more than the others.
He pops
do.
in and out.
He pops in and out. I'm not sure if they know how they feel about him.
He's always in the crowd at NXT, but
Is he?
he was that last one.
Oh, all
When I
right.
say always,
Yeah. I don't think he's really shone that much yet, and I don't think Trent Seven has that much yet. But I think they obviously a bit more time because they've mainly focused on Bate and Dunn, and then Andrews sprinkled in.
they're your stars, aren't they? Bait and
Yeah,
Bait and Dunn.
Bate and Dunn. Yeah,
Dunn bait.
pretty strong trial, man.
Yeah, well, yeah, Trent Seven's part of that, so I like them as a threesome.
But it's weird, isn't it? Because they over here they're together. They go on WWE TV.
Yeah.
They're against each other.
And we're doing Triple H's entrances using
Yeah,
I like that. Shout out to their
Pretty
pops.
cool. And I do like that they're using the UK title because I think Dunn's even defended it on Indies over here as well. Like the indie scene in the UK, like we said on the pod last year, is really growing. Yeah, so it's been an interesting year. They've exceeded my expectations, but they've also not really lived up to them. It's been a bit of a weird one.
Life for you, isn't it?
Yeah, I just hope they don't scrap it. Like, just because you haven't done a show, you know, a whole its own show on the network or anything like that, doesn't mean people aren't enjoying it. It is fun. Every time they pop up, even on Facebook, it's interesting to see those guys. The title looks beautiful. And yeah, do more shows over it. Or it doesn't even have to... I mean, we want it here, but obviously just put the guys on NXT and stuff like that, like you did with the takeover in Chicago. Like that's just great. It's building prestige, and I think people are really enjoying it.
And if Vince McMahon doesn't listen to you, then who is he going to listen
Who's he
to?
going to listen to? Before we get out of here, there were mentions of him last year, but who do you think WWE should tap up UK talent-wise?
I want Wade Barrett to come back.
Wade Barrett.
Wade Barrett to come back.
Yeah, that would be good to see him back. It's a shame, you know, because he really could have been a top dog.
Could have been. So bring him back. You got Drew back.
Yeah, they could really do something.
Get them
special.
all. Let's be a British invasion.
Year 2 could either be done, like they get rid of it, or this time next year it could be amazing. So see you next year. Listen to Talking Beans. We're going to be covering Wrestle Kingdom as well this year. Well, I guess it'll be next year, technically. Chris Jericho versus Kenny Omega. It's going to be a good one. And also on top of that, we also do the biggest shows of WWE as well, including the big NXT shows from that weekend. So Royal Rumble, Survivor Series, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, all those ones there. So check us out on rebnoise.com. Check out the rest of our wrestling videos on the YouTube channel. And like I say, check out Talking Beans on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Rebellious Noise.
Do you want to end on a sitting Finn freeze?
A sitting thing. Alright. No, wait till the cup, innit?